A couple of months ago, the top 2 books on the best-selling list of hardback books were One Nation: What We Can All Do to Save America's Future and Minecraft's Redstone Handbook. And it seemed like the perfect opportunity to look at what's happening in America with some people checking in and some people checking out. Now, I understand the need to get away from bad news. We all have that moment where we're just so tired of all the bad news. But there is a difference between balancing good news with happy influences, of which, incidentally, my favorite is the song Happy, and just checking out because you can't handle it. I have been astounded at how many people will post a news piece on Facebook and rage, "Why didn't anyone tell us about this?" Recently, someone posted, "I don't care about Kim and Kanye's wedding. I want reporters to stop reporting on this celebrity wedding until those kidnapped girls in Afghanistan are found." To which everyone agreed. But the stories about Kimye's wedding appear in outlets that are supported by people who do care about celebrity weddings. It's not like OK Magazine is going to cover the girls in Afghanistan instead of the wedding. In fact, the story about the girls in Afghanistan was in the Wall Street Journal, and I had read it days before this Facebook post because I read the Wall Street Journal for world news, and I'm not interested in celebrity weddings either. We have this idea that media is a single entity, which is more untrue today than it ever has been and will be even more untrue tomorrow than it is today. So back to my question, are you checking in or are you checking out? Yes, it takes a certain emotional fortitude to engage in certain topics like law and morality and war. It doesn't feel good. But citizens of a self-governing society have a responsibility to take part in the conversation and to do it objectively and responsibly. So if you set your filters to happy news only, and then, for example, find out that Snowden has been extradited to the US and was immediately arrested, but you haven't read any of the stories covering him about how most of the secrets that he stole were national and military security, which is treason, that he was collecting information way before he came across any of the NSA files, that Britain has admitted to using the same tactics on its civilians, and in reality, Americans still enjoy more rights and privacy than most nations, that the spying incident involved the NSA collecting information that is, to this date, too abundant to regulate. There actually weren't any parameters for them to overstep. There are no policies in place for them to disobey. That Snowden took this military secrets and is being hidden in Russia, being protected by Russia. If you don't know any of this, the politics surrounding our relationship with Russia right now, if you don't even know that his first name is Edward, then please don't end the conversation with a Facebook post showing off your political knowledge like, "Don't let Obama persecute the only guy defending our privacy." In the words of my friend Walter Solchak, "You have no frame of reference here, Donnie. You're like a child that wanders into the middle of a movie." We have this saying in America that everyone has a right to their own opinion, but we risk the illusion that equal rights to an opinion means equal validity of opinions. I watched a city hall meeting one time where the city council was addressing the issue of a fence that had been erected in the middle of town by the county. The fence was an eyesore, the county refused to take it down, and they were discussing ways that perhaps they could get the county to compromise, maybe agree to plant trees in front of it or take off some barbed wire. Suddenly, an old man in suspenders walks up to the podium and starts berating them. "I've been hearing you use this word compromise. Men don't compromise. The time for compromise has passed." And he pounds on the podium and he sits back down. And everyone goes, "What the hell just happened? Is this guy did he just wake up from a nap or something?" He obviously didn't know what was going on. Otherwise, he would have known that his opinion was completely uneducated and way out in left field. But him not knowing what was going on didn't stop him from thinking that his opinion was valid enough to confidently shake a finger at the city council. Freedom of speech and social media tools give everyone the opportunity to express their opinion, but truth doesn't go to the majority vote. And having an opinion doesn't make you smart. Leaving your opinion open for more information or keeping your opinion to yourself until you're more sure of what you believe are much wiser than blurting out your irate perspective based on one or two facts that were fed to you by someone who wanted you to agree with them. So if you're just tuning into the conversation, try listening to those who've been engaged the whole time you were playing Minecraft before inserting your opinion as if it was just as valid as anyone else's.